no doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. Where are my most beautiful queens in the house? Where are my most beautiful queens in the house?
Hey everybody, it's your girl Jamila. Welcome to the Queen's Address. Welcome into the Queendom. Today is a very, very special day. I am sitting with a living legend. I have on my royal purple today because I'm sitting in the presence of hip-hop royalty. I'm beside myself. Kid Capri's in the building. How you doing, Kid Capri?
I'm good, sister. How you doing?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good.
All right.
And so, how do you feel about doing First Fridays this evening?
Like any other time, it's a good time in Columbus. You know, I treat them all like the same thing everywhere I go. So as long as the people have a good time, that's what all counts to me.
Yes, sir. Well, you just burned the stage down,
Thank
and I was curious about like your strategy. Like from every era, you were able to continue to blend in the old school with the new school. Like, what's your strategy for making a plan or a layout for a set like that?
Well, I don't really go by what's old and new. I go by what's good. You know, people grow up with the music that we grow up with, but there's always new people coming in, so they like what they like. So you got to be able to give a balance to both. And that's what I try to do, make sure everybody's happy and not just be one-sided.
Right. We rocked out. Almost sweated my edges out. And so you had an amazing career. Could you share your favorite hip-hop experience in your career? Or you have like a standout story that you can share with the audience?
It's so many, but I guess hanging out with people like Biggie, Tupac, you know, all the people I know in hip-hop, everybody I met, everybody I'm associated with, doors open up. It's a lot of history. So, you know, it depends on who you're talking about, what you're talking about. There's so many moments that was equally exciting, you know what I'm saying? So it's like...
Nas has a line, and he goes, "I survived the illest niggas around."
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm just like, you're still amazing. You're still going, and so many people have contributed to the culture, but you're still here. You're still kicking.
Thank you.
And so everyone talks about how loyal your fan base is, and how you have a reputation of kindness to your fans. Is this why you survived the game for so long?
Well, that's one reason. First thing is the talent. You got to be able to give people something that they want. But the other thing is definitely the way you treat people, how you move out here, how you talk to people, how you deal with people in business. You know, God watches everything, you know, and I've seen people come and go in my career. They were one way at one time, and when they got where they were going, they turned to something different, and that was the downfall. So, you know, all the extra stuff ain't necessary. You can stay yourself and be yourself. Do the same thing you always did. You know, you may be more popular. You have to protect yourself more, you know, against certain people. But other than that, people just want to know that they're going to be able to walk up to you and talk to you, you know, and keep a civil conversation. And sometimes entertainers, they kind of get into their bag and they, you know, feel a little invincible. So that's why people, it turns out the way it turns out. But me, myself, I'm a normal dude. Yeah. I've always been like that.
You're a genius. I don't know if you're normal.
Thank you.
You might think you're normal, but we think you're a genius.
Thank you.
You know, and so I wanted to talk about your contributions to the mixtape era because you've been called the pioneer of mixtapes. And so do you feel like that's accurate?
Yeah, I'm one of them. Definitely one of them. I made it big. I bought it, you know, bought it national.
Yeah.
You know, and
no doubt.
It worked out good, and I did it for a certain amount of time, and then I took my career a different way. So it was definitely a good, a small stepping stone, and a big stepping stone at the same time.
Yeah. So you popularized the mixtapes.
Yeah.
You popularized.
Sure
okay.
did.
Yeah. And so when people call you a genius, how does that make you feel? Because you seem so humble.
I don't really look at myself as a genius.
You don't look at yourself like a
people call me that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, my family call me that.
Do you know what you just did out there on that stage tonight? Like I couldn't get it together.
To be honest with you, it's a lot more to to what I do. So you know, recently, a couple of years ago, I put an album out called the Love Album.
Right.
And I'm about to drop a new one. You know, I produced the whole thing, wrote the whole thing. I do a lot of different things, so that's probably why they look at that. But they also look at my show, you know, when I get on stage and how it's put together and how I make people feel, you know, and it made me survive all these years. So you know, I'm very humble and very thankful for it.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Yeah. And so, what do you love most about what you do?
Making people happy. You know, and not being able to have to work with no boss. I can wake up and do the way I want to do it.
Being independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I've been like that practically all my life.
Absolutely. And so you're an artist with skills that go beyond the turntables. You're a multifaceted artist as well, producer, MC. And so we know all of this about you, but what would the viewers be surprised to know about you? Like, don't you play instruments? I think I read something.
Yeah, I mean, I play different instruments,
Yeah,
drums
yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. But really, what they'll be surprised that I stay in the house all the time. I don't really
Really?
go out too much. Yeah, I'm an introvert type of dude. I don't do the big scene, and you know, I'm always on stage and causing the scene. So when I'm home, I want to be home.
Right.
You know, I don't want to be in the clubs and be out unless I need to be there. But other than that, I'm home and I'm working in the studio and stuff like that. So I'll be all right by myself. A lot of
Really?
times, yeah.
You kind of a next Netflix and chill kind of guy,
No, not that. I'd rather work in the studio.
working in the
But
studio.
I'll turn the TV on when I'm hitting the bed. Yeah, fall asleep
Get
with
your
it.
snack.
Yeah.
And yeah. Absolutely. And so I want to shift gears a little bit. I want to talk about the Def Comedy Jam era. How did all of that start? How did that?
Yeah, I got a call from Russell. You know, we ended up doing it and ended up blowing up and doing some great, amazing things for a lot of people. You know, monumental. So I'm very glad I got that call, and I'm very glad I decided to do it.
Yeah.
It was something that was very big for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, what would you say is the main key or factor that you've learned for the longevity of your career?
Staying humble, staying on top of your game, keeping your foot on their neck. You know, not feeling like you're doing anybody a favor. You know, knowing that me seeing people be here today and gone tomorrow, it could happen. Your lights could be turned out. So just appreciate what you have in the position you're in. It doesn't matter what position and what you're doing. Be
Yes,
a
sir.
cook. If you're a good cook, got a good position, hold that job.
Hold it down.
You know, and try to do what you do.
Absolutely. And so I wanted to ask, what would you say to a kid that sees what you're doing and they ask you, Kid Capri, I want to be a DJ like you. I want to be successful like you. What kind of guidance would you give him?
Well, first thing I would tell him is to make sure he want to do it because he really want to do it, not do it because it looks cute.
Yeah.
You know, this is
It's
hard work.
Absolutely.
This is not something, you know, people look at the end result. They don't look at what goes on to before you get to the end result.
Right.
And, you know, those are the things that you got to deal with. You got to be built for that. If you ain't built for it, you won't last.
So they see you just they're like, okay, he's a superstar. I want to be a superstar. I want the glamour side of it.
Until they see what it takes to be that.
What it takes to
It'll
be
change
that.
your mind.
Yeah.
You know, success sucks. Success sucks. It sucks. It not sucks that, you know, you're blessed to be successful. It sucks that people don't understand what goes with it. That you could be here today and gone tomorrow. That you could work for so long and work so hard to get somewhere, and in an instant somebody could put someone on a social media and your whole shit just end.
Blow up. Yeah.
You know, so it's like it where it's great, it could be a problem if it's not handled right. You know, so that's why you gotta pay attention to what's normal. You know, and try not to make everything such a big deal. You know, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen, and when it happens, you handle it like a man's supposed to handle, or like a person's supposed to handle that got some brains in their head. Simple as that.
And then work on that craft. And you got to continue to work.
I got a question for you. Your voice is an instrument, and it's instrumental in the culture. Where do you see the culture going? What's next for hip hop?
I couldn't tell you that. All I can tell you is what I'm trying to do. I don't get into what everybody else is doing. I play their music, whatever's hot, what everybody's like. But as far as getting into the stuff that a lot of people do, a lot of it don't make sense to me. But I guess that's the wave, and that's the wave for them. So, you know, it is what it is. But with me, it's like I see things change too quick right now. At one time, things was breakable.
Yeah.
You could break things and it'll be around for a minute. Now things is very 1-2. Here today, going tomorrow. I'll keep saying that. And it goes with music too. Nothing is being broken as far as music is concerned. Nothing is lasting long. You know, so it's kind of hard to tell which way it's going. All you can really do is just do what you do and hope that what you do sticks.
Absolutely.
What do you hope for the culture?
Well, that people don't get taken advantage of. You know, you got people like Spotify and just different things going on. Taking. I feel it's taking advantage. You know, with streaming and all this different stuff. You know, people out here really working hard in these studios trying to make this music and get things going, and for them to get paid a morsel of a penny. You know, it just don't make no sense. Soon there ain't gonna be no music business if that keep going on.
Obsolete. Yeah. And so before we close out,
I got one more. One more. This is my last one.
No, go ahead.
All right. So you got to put together.
Doing an interview. Call me back.
You gotta play a set to save the planet. Aliens come down. They choose you to DJ. You got to play a set to save the planet. What's the first record you play? What's the last record you play?
You like, what kind of question is that? All this, you played 900 songs tonight.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends on the mood. It depends on. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a good question. No. I can't answer that one.
What's your go-to record?
I don't have one. I have a go-to feeling. Look at the crowd. I'm not saying I'm gonna walk in the door and say I'm gonna do this tonight. You know, it don't go like that.
Right.
You know, everything is just
Whatever the feel is.
whatever the random thing is. That's it. And tonight, you see, I started tonight with a slow record.
Got the ladies involved early.
Roger Troutman and
Another night, I'll start with some wild shit. You know, it depends on the night.
Really.
So yes, sir. And so what's next for Kid Capri? What's coming up next?
New album, More Love.
Okay.
Continuation of my last album, Love.
Love.
So I'm about to put that out soon. And got a lot of different things going on, TV production and just different stuff I'm working on. You know, I don't really like to talk about it, kind of jinx it. So I decided once I do it, then let the world see it, and then we could talk about it. But I don't like to really say I'm going to do this and do that. And, you know.
Are you going to be touring this summer for festival season and summer
I'm always
jam?
touring.
Yeah.
I'm always on the road. These last 3 months I've kind of been off. I only did a few shows because I was working on the music. But yeah, I'm always moving around, and you know, I'm leaving here today and going to leaving here tomorrow and going to Atlanta. I got a show in Atlanta tomorrow.
Okay. And so fans, if they want to check out what shows, they can just follow you on social media and just keep up with what you're doing.
All the flyers is at Kid Capri 101 on Instagram, and the TikTok, The Real Kid Capri on Facebook. I'm going there and see everywhere I'm going.
Okay. Well, we're going to be looking forward to it, Kid Capri. I just want to say thank you for being on the Queen's Address podcast today. You are a powerful king.
Thank you, sister.
And I appreciate everything that you've done for the culture. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for being on the show today.
I appreciate that.
Thank you, sir.
Means a
I
lot.
appreciate you.
Means a lot.
And thank you for tuning in to the Queen's Address. Peace King, Peace Queen.
Queens in the house.